And it's podcast
Action.
time. 60-minute shit show nightcap podcast.
Lights, camera.
I always wanted to say that, dude. I wanted to say nightcap podcast for so long.
Yeah.
What up? And that's a deep dive for the people who don't know. That's our first podcast. What's that? My notes did not update, and that's interesting. It's Thursday,
Feels like it.
October 24th. My favorite weekend
Year
is
of our
upon
Lord.
us. The year of our Lord, 2019.
It's just us tonight.
It's just me and Ben Yamin.
That's what they call me in the Middle East.
Ben Yamin.
They call me Ben Hameen, south of the border. Call me Big Ben in England.
I kind of like that. It's kind of cool, dude. All right, so yeah, man. So we just walked in the studio and sat down and started recording. So there's no smoothness to this at all.
This is what happens.
Episode 46.
Yeah.
We're gonna name it 40 Dicks.
Episode 40 Dicks.
Episode 40 Dicks. We're gonna talk about some homosexuality today. And before we do that, how are you doing, my friend?
Tired, man. Last night was rough.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We stayed up too late playing Sea of Thieves, and then me and Ryan started arguing, and then that meant my heart rate was up, so I couldn't go to sleep. And then the dogs heard a raccoon in the backyard, and then so I let them out to chase it away, which is probably stupid because rabies. And then we came inside, and then the raccoon came back, and I said, "Kim, it's your turn." So Kim was up fucking around. So it was like 6
6 in the morning?
between 5 and 6 that I finally fell asleep.
Dude, that sucks.
So I'm operating on like four hardcore hours, and then I didn't climb out of bed till 11. So whatever bullshit I got between 10 and 11. So yeah, I'm pretty crusty.
Yeah.
I might try to. I had a cup of coffee around 7.
Uh-huh.
I might try to go home and do a little bit more work. I have a lot of papers that I was supposed to grade today, but I fucked off on client work all day and didn't touch them. So I'm gonna try to do something when I get home.
Dude, that is so interesting to our listeners. Like this whole story.
Yeah.
Like, can you repeat it? Can we start from the top?
Okay,
Can we do it one more
so-
time?
This morning I woke up.
Okay.
So I'm just fucking bushed.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna try to fight it as
That's
long as I
also
can.
weird too. That I'm bushed. I don't get that one. What is that? I'm bushed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, man.
Bushed.
I'm shrubbed. Man, I'm shrubbed out, man. I'm shrubbery, man. Feeling real shrubbery today.
Tell you what I feel like. Foliage.
Cool, man. I feel good.
good.
It's been a good day. I got a lot of prep going on. We got this big Halloween party at the house on Saturday that I'm looking forward to. Seems like there's going to be.
There are some people coming I'm excited to hang out with.
Seems like to be a healthy turnout. I always get a little bit nervous when doing a house party, just because, like, what if no one shows up
Yep.
and I got all this punch to myself, which is actually not that
Wouldn't be the
bad.
worst thing.
Wouldn't be the worst thing. I'm still debating if I'm going to do a punch. Should I do a punch?
I think so.
The recipe is so massive, though.
Don't
Like,
do that one. Do a different one.
Yeah,
That one's insane.
that one's kind of insane.
It's like a $200 punch.
Oh yeah, or just all bottom shelf $20 punch.
I mean, you shouldn't ever put anything mid-shelf or higher in a punch anyway.
You should not.
Because there's no way you would taste
But
it.
like, I'd have
This
to go.
is a Kettle One punch.
Like, so I'm not gonna get like Popov gin or vodka.
I would go-
right? I'd get Pearl vodka.
Yeah.
I'd get Bombay gin or some
wouldn't
shit like that.
I don't know if I would ever go plastic bottle. Mm-hmm. But
Pearl's plastic bottle, but I fucks with Pearl. Pearl's plastic bottle, dude.
no, it ain't.
Oh
It is now. Maybe it didn't start that way.
no, they used to be glass, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're plastic now.
Cutting corners.
Cut them corners for that delicious
Gotta have,
vodka.
gotta have a punch.
Gotta have a punch. So I'm gonna do a punch. I'm gonna get a bunch of fruits from the market Saturday. It'll be fun. I'm gonna go do my liquor shopping tomorrow before the gym or after the gym or when I cancel the gym because I might not be able to go to the gym. Who cares? No one cares about that. Why am I even fucking talking about that? I don't know. I got some cool things working with Nick Min. Nick Min was on a previous episode. He's an amazing, amazing rapper from the east side of, well, he's from Fairview Heights, but we all call it the east side anyway. So we're going to do a music project, and I'm super excited about that. It felt real good to, like, because I've been really, like, the last couple years really low-key with my music and, like, kind of keeping it sheltered because I was growing, and this year was, like, kind of like the first project that wasn't just random songs that I released. So it's been really good to get that feedback. And then this session we had last night, I played him all my new shit, like dating back to Grooveland, and he loved it. You know, and it sounded. And it's one of those things with music is like I'll make it, and I'll listen to it, but then like when I present it, I really listen to it, and
Interesting.
it's like that is good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, hey, that is pretty good. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's real good.
That's real good.
I miss the Hodge twins.
I do too.
I miss the Hodge twins in my life. So this is
Rest in peace.
The Hodge twins are these black guys from Virginia, 2 twins, identical twins, and they have a fitness blog and lifestyle blog, and they were really entertaining. But then they shifted and got full on Trump supporters.
Super Trump.
And they're black guys, and it's okay to be a Trump supporter if you're black guys, but not really, right? Like, come
Not to alienate any percentage of our listeners. If you know who we are, none of our opinions should be that big of a surprise to you. I don't think it's okay to be a Trump supporter by any means,
especially if you're a person,
especially
of color.
on year 3.
Especially if you're a person of color, right?
Yeah.
Like not even just black, but a person of color.
Yeah.
And honestly, no one should be a Trump supporter, but they are. And we're sipping on Pompeii Indian Pale Ale, which is my favorite type of craft beer, is an IPA, by Toppling Goliath Brewing. I just picked it up just now at Hop Shop.
Nice.
And I walked in at 9:55, and I hate being that guy at 8:55. I hate being that guy,
Yeah.
right? Like
You know what? It's okay if you know what you want.
I came in there like took 1 minute.
Right. Or if you come in and say, "Hey, I need this," and they get a suggestion.
Yeah.
And you don't beat around the bush.
Yeah,
All right, that sounds good. Let's go.
Yeah, luckily
Right.
there was a couple guys at the bar watching the basketball game.
Yeah.
So like the dude wasn't tripping,
Yeah.
you know. Plus I was in and out like, you know.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
At the Hop Shop.
Yeah. So it beats going to the gas station and getting PBRs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
No shade on PBR though.
I mean, I love PBR, but you know, let's elevate a little bit. You know.
Right.
Let's just dive right in, dude. I've been arguing all day.
Yeah.
My Facebook been in fuego.
I was so tired. There's a few statuses I fully typed and just went, "What am I doing?" and shut it down. Like I didn't send it off.
I'm just to set the tone, and my Facebook is not opening. That is so weird on my iPad. So I'm gonna read a couple of the messages that I received today, and I'm not even gonna give them context. I'm just gonna read them. And let's see, what small-minded person? See, this phone's making me do Wi-Fi. This is all a scam. This is great. As that loads up. Why are we talking about load times?
Let's go over the article.
Somebody's asked me if I'm gay.
You want to go over the article? Or did you find
No, I
your
got it.
comments?
I got it.
All right.
All right, so I'm just going to read one of my comments. You're comparing allowing people to be who they want to be sexually to Mike Brown. You're making a stand that people should not have rights when it comes to their own sexuality. Seems like a really hateful hill to die on. This guy. All right, let's just talk about the story.
Okay.
Tank, R&B singer.
Never heard of him.
I know you haven't.
I really hate R&B.
Why?
I don't know. It's just not my speed.
You hateful fuck, dude.
I know.
Tank is 90s, 2000s.
It's a great name.
Really good singer, honestly. Had a huge career. Nothing short of legendary career, you know, as far as in the world of R&B. You know, he can still tour to this day. He can't walk through a mall. You know, like
Okay.
your kids' moms know who to, you know, would faint when they see his dude, right? Sex symbol type guy. He was on a podcast with all women, and he made I don't know, you know, it's got clipped, so we don't know the entire conversation. But the gist of what he was saying was, if a man sucks a dick or two and decides that he doesn't like it, that does not make him gay. And of course, in the black community, that sparked outrage.
Right.
You can type right now, Tank gay, in Twitter, and there's thousands of tweets calling him gay. And there's a select few who have the argument that I kind of have, right? Where it's like, no, because you tried something at one point. Curiosity, you don't stay curious the entire, like that's not how that
But
process
the
of curiosity
fear
works.
is that you should never be curious. That's the fear.
But
Right? That's the outrage.
also in the same breath, we always say, don't knock it till you try it.
Well, I mean, I guess
I mean,
I'm not going to try to shoot myself in the leg just so
so I made a tweet. I made a tweet. I said, I was curious. So let me get this straight. Like this is the tweet. Let me get this straight. If I'm curious about being a vegan and I eat a vegan meal and I don't like it forever for the rest of my life, I'm vegan. Now replace vegan with dick. I mean, a woman.
It should be that trivial. It should be so trivial that our sexual choices are as obscure and ridiculous and unconversational as your diet, right?
All right.
And it should flip flop that much too. Oh, you're pescatarian this week? Fine. Who cares? You know, that's the way it
right.
should be, right?
So, if you're a girl in her college days went down on her homegirl and got up, wiped her mouth, and said, "Nah, not for me."
Right.
20 years later, she's a lesbian. According to this logic, she's no
Right.
matter what,
Right.
your tongue hit that clit, your lips hit the clit, you're les.
So why? Why do people feel that way, you think?
Homophobia.
But they'll tell you that they would never treat homosexual any different.
Not these people.
I'm pretty sure they'd say they got a friend that's a homosexual and they're one of their best buds.
Not,
right?
not Frankie Sanders. Let's say this motherfucker's name. Say like, okay, so like his whole stance is this agenda. The agenda.
Right.
Like,
right.
this is the agenda.
Yeah.
You know? And he keeps quoting this California legislation that lowered the age of government assistance for a child 12 and up, right? 12 to 18, they can get government assistance to get transition
Surgery?
assistance with it through the government without a parent's consent.
Wow. 12?
12.
That's insane.
Is it? I mean, maybe I think
That's
they should have
crazy.
parents' consent, but how insane is it?
Because you're a child. You might know what you want, but it's making decisions that'll affect the rest of your life before you're even a teenager is crazy.
Sure. But that's not an agenda to turn kids into homosexuals.
No, it's not.
It's a different topic. It's a totally different topic.
Yeah.
Now, I think maybe they should have consent.
I think people are dumb until they're about 28.
Well, that's not going to work, right?
Right.
But yeah, so like there's to me there's no agenda. Like, and obviously
To
my
a
stance is
common sense, somebody with any common sense, obviously not.
there's no agenda because it
not
doesn't-
you know, I don't know.
the government
New Leaf Ben, I'm trying not to make anybody feel like an idiot, but like, if you have common sense, that should be obvious.
That's obvious, right?
Yeah.
But this guy's quoting God and Jesus, and this is against like homosexuality is against God.
That almost feels like
The children will suffer.
a whole other arm of the conversation.
He's repressed, 100%, dude. I literally every day he makes an anti-transgender post. He's repressed.
Something's up.
Because why would you care that much?
Well, if it's religious, it's you become a zealot.
Right?
It's
That's not logical.
a battle
though.
to fight.
That's not logical. Like even
Well,
because even if you are religious,
we pick some pretty dumb battles to fight, though.
but we're not religious, so we have no book telling us not to pick dumb battles to fight, not to do this and that. Like we don't have rules. We are Heath Ledger Joker.
But the Bible tells you like not to eat shrimp and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
like,
people pick and choose what they want to believe. They also
Right.
said beat your slave if he runs away. It's okay.
Right.
Like you have the right to beat his ass.
Right.
And it's
I don't know if it was shrimp, but it was something.
no, it's shrimp, dude. It's Leviticus. It's shrimp
Shrimp's in the Bible. That's
and
funny.
tattoos, and all these motherfuckers got tattoos.
Right.
You pick and choose.
Yep.
And even the people at that time that was fucking their kids for sure, dude. So like
Somebody else.
the rites of passage, that all that shit's in there. But that's neither here nor there. The topic is
I think there's some here.
Can a man experiment like a woman? And if no, why not?
Okay, so the argument is for these people that a gay act makes you gay, like it,
Forever.
or doesn't make you gay. Obviously, it labels you as right. Doesn't make you gay. But,
No, I mean that's the kind of what they're saying.
I'm saying like
No, like you're labeled.
labeled.
You're labeled,
Right.
And that's it. Like that's
Right.
it. That's all you are, dude. Like
Right.
that's it. And if that's end all be all, dude. Like that's what you're on.
What if you get raped?
Gay. I mean,
Okay, wait a minute. Check it out though. So if you're raped, you're not gay, right? It's against your will. So These drums are echoing, and I hate it.
Do something about it.
There's drums in the studio, and they echo when we talk. I hate it. All right. So if you're raped, and obviously you're not going to like it because it's rape, then you're not gay. But if you have anal sex, you sodomite. Joking. And you like it. I don't know. That's a weird comparison. Next. That doesn't work. But it's just an act. It's just an act. You know what? You know what makes you gay?
Being sexually attracted to men.
Being to the same sex, right?
That's literally it.
That's it. So, I don't know. See, the point we need to get to is to dispel the curiosity, to dispel the binary, to dispel the need, the priority to categorize people, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we need to dispel. We need to find
here's the
a
thing,
way
right?
to make people care a lot less. Like, so what? So what?
I mean, my whole thing is not to be dismissive, because like the worst thing you can do is be dismissive. But I don't care what other people do, right? But not in the form of being dismissive, but in the form of being open. Right. Like I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Fuck you guys. No, it's not that. It's just like it's
that's
not
nice too, though.
It's not my business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't judge you for it. If you want to suck a dick, try it out. You don't like it? Cool.
Great. Now you know.
Right.
I'll never know.
Not for me. This is not for me.
Right.
And and like in today's society, if someone like that, this is the reason. This line of thought is the reason why people are kids are killing themselves, right? Because they see a dick and they like it, and they don't know what to do about it, and they can't tell their father because their father's on
or their mom,
Facebook,
or their uncle,
or the mom or the uncle. Everyone else in society, they can't tell them that because then they'll get fucking the fear.
They'll get beat
also,
and kicked out of the house.
Also, you have this world of men who are attracted to who are trans-amorous, and they'll have a fling with a transsexual, and then in a fit of rage kill them. I mean, it's like alarming numbers, dude. Like at least 30 black transgender women have been murdered in the United States 2019.
Wow.
Like at least I believe 22 to 28. Like that's a large number, and these aren't just strangers. Like these are people who after sex they feel some weird shame and or whatever fucked up reason they have. Right?
Yeah.
But I think it stems from this culture, like the mind state of it. You know, like it's I don't know how to change it. Right? I was involved in a big tweet thread today, Twitter thread, and it was just like this black woman was like, it's not on black women to fix this, right? Like there's obviously a problem with black men and how they view it. It was not us to fix it. And then the whole thread, there's a bunch of people all like, I don't know why women can't help, blah, 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 blah. And the women's like, well, dudes don't help with women issues when it comes to sexuality, blah, blah. And I said, very logically, it starts with self. Like, I can't control what people do. I control what I do, right? So, like, open space around me, excuse me, open space around me, and hopefully I can influence other people. And just hope that as a society it changes somehow. And then a bunch of people liked it and retweeted it because it's logical to me, right? Like when I see these statuses from people like Frankie Sanders, who's going like hard 30, 40 comments back and forth about, and I mean, to me, he's saying nothing, like it's literally saying nothing. They have kids,
right?
And more people are becoming more and more gender fluid, and I just fear for them. I fear for them, With this line of thinking, I fucking fear for them, dude. This is like, could you imagine? Like, you didn't pick your sexuality, right?
Right. Either A, B, or C.
Right.
It's either A, B, or A, B.
The weird thing is, it's actually the reverse of the arguments that people are having about this agenda where kids are being influenced to be homosexual, which is not the case. And I told him, you're confusing that with they're trying to teach your kid to be accepting. So you're
I thought you were going to go the other way with that. You want to know where I thought?
Well, also, if you think about it, we are influenced to be heterosexual.
That's what I was. Yep. That's what I was
and
about
that's
to
where I
say.
was going with it.
Yeah.
Like we are influenced from jump to be heterosexual.
Yep. Yep. Heavily.
So then, not only do everyone who is not heterosexual have to fight past that, then they got to fight past the ridicule, especially in the black community. Especially, it's crazy.
That's why people don't figure their shit out until their 30s, because they had to put up with that heterosexual agenda their whole life.
Entire life,
And then
dude.
they come out in their 30s and have to deal with that shit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a life of torture and regret.
I mean, it actually
And dating women in high school because you were told you're supposed to.
right.
Right.
I'm trying to look for this post. A Facebook friend of mine, deleting and unfollowing folks. I'm so tired of the homophobic shit on my timeline. To my LGBTQ plus friends and allies, if y'all see somebody comment something ignorant, you have my permission to rip a hole in their ass. Just so you know, like it's just not
Should you
my
attack
timeline.
them or just unfriend them?
I mean, technically unfriend them.
Yeah, but then they're not even going to notice.
No, but you know what? That's fine.
That's not really getting a message out.
But you can't reach the ignorant all the time. You can only try.
But that's not trying.
But it's not our job to try either. Like we have to influence, right? So me saying something is the influence. Like I say something before I delete. Like
There you
I'm
go.
open to
Okay.
conversation. I will argue with this. Like this guy's been on 3 or 4 of my statuses, and I'm like, why do you think that? Explain to me this agenda.
Right.
How does that affect your kid? And then when I asked him if he had kids, he said no. He didn't answer, so he wouldn't say yes or no if he had kids or not. I don't think he does. But like, like racism, you can't teach someone not to be racist. Something in their mind has to go, oh, right? I was 100% homophobic at one point. Hip hop and black culture ingrained it in me.
Sure.
Okay? Until I met Kevin Dickmeyer, which was my old supervisor at a previous job maybe 10 years ago. And before then, I may not have had experience talking to anyone who's homosexual, right? Mm-hmm. So when I met him and like we became cool as shit, like when I see him, it's hugs.
Right.
And I met him and I thought to myself, what the fuck's wrong? What the fuck am I doing?
Right.
Why am I being homophobic? That's stupid. You know?
Right.
I have family members who are homosexual. Why do I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but it's hip hop, right? Like that's it. It's oh shit, dude.
Right.
F word this, F word that.
Go suck a dick.
Don't be
All
a,
that
don't
stuff.
be an F word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Aaron tonight and I said, man, like, as a black man, the line of masculine fragility is so thin. Like, you can't do anything without fear of being called gay.
Right.
Right?
Even
Like-
therapy.
Like, oh man. Therapy, dude?
Or crying at your wedding.
You cry. Dude, this dude said our homie
Yeah.
said,
If we cry at a wedding, smack him.
smack him if you cry at the wedding. Everyone
His
was,
wedding.
At his wedding. At his wedding. Everyone was like, what?
Seek help immediately. I wanted to call if there was a therapy hotline, I would have called it.
Call him a 3-way.
Yeah.
And as a friend, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that. But repression, next subject. Right? In that case, I whatever.
Yeah.
The list of things, like you're literally not allowed to be just a normal human being. Like hugs.
Yeah.
Hugging your male friend.
Right.
Really? Like it just
Do you think it's probably getting.
is it like that in the white community, dude?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it's getting better. Over my almost 40 years, there's definitely more people hugging now than I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not just talking about hugging. I'm just talking about don't do that. That's gay.
I don't know, man.
That mindset.
I got like a few white friends, yeah, like Luke, and I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and Luke's always been a huggy monster. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we used to
Probably, though.
We used to play gay chicken, dude.
Yeah, Luke always wins. But yeah, I mean, probably it's not as bad. It's not so bad that you know, like, you know, you came out the gate with the black community has a problem with this. Like, I wouldn't say that with the white community, but like, I think in general, males have the cis males that are men that know they want to be men and they know they are straight, right? So just, you know, cookie cutter, whatever, blah blah, are in general have the most issues. Cis male men have the most issues with fragility, toxicity, and acceptance.
Why?
Patterning and cult and society and brainwashing. It's ever since Marlboro and Budweiser ads for the last 30 years, right? Mm-hmm. You sit on a beach with a Corona with the opposite gender, right? We've been sold this our entire lives. Look at Friends, which we want to see at the gym every day.
Every fucking
unfortunately.
day.
Like, look at everything we've ever watched our whole lives. Fresh Prince, Martin, In Living Color. I'm just trying to think of all the shows I watched. Was it The Simpsons? I don't know, whatever you watch. Three's Company, Family Ties, like all the shit from the... I say Family Matters? It's like it's all family, right? Like, when's the first time you saw a gay couple on television?
Bert and Ernie.
I mean, yeah.
Topical.
But,
openly? Who knows?
right. So most of society was patterned to think a certain way. And most people just fell in line. Went, okay, that's the way I'm going to think. And anything else is weird. And I'm going to call anything weird and sensitive gay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And people still doing that. People still calling things gay because it makes them uncomfortable. Not much. It's going away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's patterning. It's society and it's cultural brainwashing. You know, just like I said at the gym the other day, when I was raised, fire is bad, and when you sin, you go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two truths. I had a lot of truths, but two basic truths, right? You just listen to your parents. They tell you this is the way it is. So my whole life, you listen to people above you saying, this is bad. So that when you're in your 20s, you're going to fucking fight back somehow. You're either going to flip and you go, hold on a minute. This is dumb. Like when you met your coworker, it's like, what am I being bigoted about? This dude's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Or you're going to turn militant and you're going to protest. Mm-hmm. And you're going to abandon your family or join an organization or picket or protest. You know, there's lots of ways to go about it. You can just change who you are, or you can turn into an activist and make your own floats for Pride Parade, even though you're straight. Stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it. But I think at some point, when you open up and see society for what it really is, and you step away from the brainwashing, and you allow yourself to take in, that you see it differently, and then you evolve. You're a Pokemon. You reach your second stage. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd say your 30s is your second stage. You open up, you absorb something new. I have a conversation almost every day about somebody being closed-minded about something, or they're too old-fashioned, right? They're just hanging on to some old school bullshit.
Yeah. Check out
before they pre-evolution.
So I was asked this on Facebook. Blurred lines. That's her, right? That's what his response to my last ad is. Blurred lines.
Yeah.
Sebastian, are you gay? I'm not being funny. I'm just asking because we debate about this on your stats a lot. Just one. First of all, like if I make a status about it and he comes in, he's asking me like, why do we debate this a lot? Which is the same question I ask of him. Just wondering if you were or if you're just defending them. That happens way more than defending themselves, which I rarely see them do since there are very little attacks on them. But people seem to overact.
Hold up.
Yeah, it's weird.
He doesn't see the attacks on gay communities?
Yeah.
Huh.
What?
You see what you want to see, I guess.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're that homophobic, why would you even have, like, I have a homegirl who is a lesbian, and she's just like, I'm not reading these comments.
Right.
Like, it's like she's like, Tech, remind me not to read these comments.
Right.
Just deflecting, dude. And it's like,
okay, so here's the thing. He doesn't see the injustice. All he sees is straight people standing up and making a big scene out of nothing, quote unquote, right? Mm-hmm. So he doesn't think there's a problem. He just sees a bunch of straight people standing up for people who don't need to be stood up for. Mm-hmm. Sound familiar?
I mean, to me, like, the best way for me to put it is black, racist, KKK, and white supremacists are to blacks as people like him are to LGBTQ.
Absolutely. And
I see the correlation.
I've heard stories, though, of a black man befriending a KKK member and him turning his coats in and going, I'm done, right? Mm-hmm. So there are ways to pierce through the veil. And I think it just comes with sitting down with somebody and having a meal with them and talking to them. Mm-hmm. You know, like So let's say you get your stereotypical super racist guy, right? And all he has to do to fix his racism is to just fucking listen. Because he thinks he knows everything. This goes with any issue, really, whether it be your thoughts on universal health care or minimum wage. All you have to do is listen to somebody. Listen to somebody who works at KFC for 50 hours a week and his car just got repoed. Just fucking listen. Listen to your black friend that says, yo, I've been pulled over 36 times and I've got one ticket.
I've told you the story.
For a
like
headlight.
that. Yeah.
I've been pulled over 36 times and only got one ticket, right? So all you have to do is fucking listen, but these people insist they have all the answers. The biggest problem with the last, let's see, I hate the whole Generation X, Y, millennial thing. That's all bullshit. It's all fluid.
Uh-huh.
There's no like committee saying
Stay focused. Stay focused.
There's
Stay
no
focused.
generational thing. So
Okay,
let's
stay
just
focused.
say anybody born since the 90s. Yeah. 80s. So I would call that this current generation. We're still stuck in it. I think that people think they're right all the time. And the only positive way forward to evolve to your next level, whether you're a fan of Pokemon or Dragon Ball, is to just think you're wrong all the time. That's the healthiest way forward. Go through a conversation, debate with your best friend, saying I might be wrong. This is how I feel. I could be wrong.
See, here's the thing, right? I mean, now we're kind of not talking about what we're talking about. We're kind of shifting focus to like.
Well, I did ask you how
to
we fix it.
How to be able go into an argument unsteadfast. Be like water. Have the ability to change your opinion. Allow someone
You shouldn't get in a
to
conversation
change
if you're
your
not
opinion.
if you're not in that position. If you're not willing,
exactly.
don't even try. Don't
Like,
even talk.
What's the point?
Because you want to change somebody else's mind. You expect everybody else to be water but yourself.
Yeah,
You're the rock.
your ice.
You're the
can't
rock.
melt.
And you were thrown in a stream, and everybody else has to bend around you.
Yeah.
I did this with Ryan last night, and I apologize today. I was the rock. Well, we both were. That's why we butted heads. But like, you know, I refused to. I entered a conversation not willing to change my mind.
Now, just
That can't always apply.
to someone like him, just like I have come to, like, I was listening to Chris D'Elia and he brought up this point. If someone asks me my sexuality, I will never tell you.
Chris D'Elia said that?
He said, because he, you know, he's very, he talks a lot of shit, but like he's super open, right? I just wouldn't tell you because it's not your fucking business, right?
What if I'm an open book, though? I don't hide much from people.
But like, so what are you
Tell
gonna
me there's a stance.
You're gonna
like
treat me different? Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of even knowing that? Like, what's the point of you knowing? Like, well, this guy asking you gay. His point is to figure out why I care.
It's a good point. I have looked at people and wondered how old they are, but
Yeah.
not once have I ever thought, I wonder if like I
he
just don't
likes-
care.
Like, he wants to use that. He wants to make that fit into his argument. He wants to make my sexuality a reason
the friend
why
that
I
asked you.
care. Because it blows his mind as someone who is heterosexual would cape for homosexuality so much.
Sure.
My brother's gay. My girlfriend's best friends are gay, and I love them to death. I slap shit out of somebody for them.
Right.
I done got drunk, fucked up in different countries with these motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like multiple, like Mexico, Aruba. Like I kicks it with them. They're some of the greatest people I've met.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, man. Don't even know. It's not your, like you're not like.
All right. So here, check it. So a little double standard. You and I can't enter a conversation like this with somebody who's a rock and be fluid because they're technically wrong.
No, they're absolutely.
So
Technically
why
wrong.
do we need to go in like water? Right. That's the tricky part. We're getting into semantics now.
So
like,
but we're smart enough to already understand their perspective because we understand how society works and we understand the brainwashing and the toxic masculinity. We understand the masculine, the fragility of it all. We
here's
understand
the problem, though. You can't enter the conversation carrying that in front of you. You can't let them think that you know where they're coming from because that's belittling, right?
I mean, is it though? Like, is it
Yeah.
like if I tell this guy, I get what you're saying, but in my logical mind, There is no governmental agenda, because if that were the case, then all children would be affected. Not just black children, not just your children, but all children would be affected. And that doesn't make sense to be beneficial since they have laws holding this group of people down.
Right.
So that logically wouldn't make sense.
Right.
Right? That's what I would say. That's what I said to him. It wouldn't make sense. There's no television campaign. And I said,
and there's no benefit.
and like I said, you're confusing.
Oh, population control, right? Isn't that part of it?
Well, they already got that with cancer, so like whatever, right? Like you're confusing the world changing with an agenda to stop you. To stop you. You created a scenario. You created a story that the government is trying to stop us from reproducing.
Right.
That's far-fetched conspiracy theories. That's far-fetched as fuck.
Look at Planned Parenthood. That started as a eugenics program. That started as a let's make humanity better through grooming.
Cool, man. We
You
did
know
the
what I
same thing
mean?
with dogs. That's just what humans do, man. We're fucking smart as shit. Scientists figure shit out. I'm okay with the doing some superior ass genes. I want a basketball league full of LeBron James. Science that shit all the way.
What do you do
fuck
with the
out.
rejects, though?
You make them watch. You know, like fuck it. But you know, like logically,
Can't say that.
I can.
It makes sense to you. It's logic to you. Their logic is to them.
But
So
the
that's-
logic,
you can't-
the
you can't-
logic is fundamentally flawed in storyland. Like it is, like there's no.
Here's the solution.
Right?
You can't have a you can't have a logic battle with somebody who is just as entrenched in their opinions as you are, because he thinks they think it's just as logical to them.
Me.
So you can't say, well, my logic.
22-year-old me may have fall into his belief.
Sure. Different influences, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So go the Bourdain route. Take somebody out to eat, sit down, and talk to them.
Man,
and
that's
fucking,
some kumbaya bullshit. It
and
don't work
fucking
like
listen.
that. My dude, it don't work like that. And that's some kumbaya shit.
You don't think that one of these people on I'm pointing to his tablet, one of these people on Facebook just need to actually have a gay friend
They
and listen to the plight of that
hate-
gay friend.
they literally hate homosexuality?
Right. And if they just, I'm not talking about the loud RuPaul flamboyant style where they're living large. I'm talking about the kind that just looks like them, and then they sit down and they have a meal with them, and they realize, well, this is just another person, and everything I've thought up to this point is now shaken. Because I just had a beer. They like the same beer as me. They have an opinion on the ribs
Man,
and
that's also riddled with fantasy.
Why?
It's because it's not gonna happen across 1 million people in the St. Louis area.
Well,
Like,
then why are
my
things
dude,
getting
you don't
better?
have enough money for beers for all that meetings.
Okay, but what if? Okay, so say you have a nice big group of friends.
And why is it a homosexual people's responsibility to sit down and try to make motherfuckers
Nah,
relate to them?
Flip it. It's the person with the entrenched agenda to, and this is the way it should always be. And this might just squash the beef.
this is
It's
some
the straight agenda that should that needs to seek out and fix their bigotry, right? So what's the solution then? You're getting upset.
There is no solution.
That's bullshit.
Like, no,
That's the I might be in fairyland, but you're in the opposite.
Here's the solution. These people grow old and die, and their kids are different. That's the solution.
Sometimes.
Same thing with racism, dude.
But we still have racism.
We still got racism.
because of their parents.
I know, and it's phasing out though. Like it's not
I hope
phasing
so.
out fast enough.
I feel like it's coming back stronger.
The number of allies has grown
Yeah.
in our lifetime. We have to hope in 500 years is different. We have to hope, but there's not going to be a mass. All right, that should have been happened.
Yeah.
It should have been that mass. Yeah, okay, everyone's cool. You know, everyone loves everyone. Love is love. Love is love. It's so simple.
Right.
But having sit down meetings, it sounds good. It feels good when you watch Anthony Bourdain. It
that
feels
is
great.
a solution.
It feels great.
He's jerking me off right now.
It feels great.
It is a solution. Not only, but like if you have a large group of friends and you find out this dude you thought you were totally cool with or are totally cool with is gay and you didn't know, and you're like, oh shit, I'm cool with that guy, like your coworker, and you're like, oh okay,
You're just expecting people to have a moment of zen. That's not
Why
a
not?
solution. That's a fantasy.
It's not a fantasy. It's totally realistic.
It's-
You and
okay.
I have both reached a Zen moment. It's a weird expression. A moment of enlightenment on a number of topics across our lifetime.
Yeah.
Whether it be how much we trust the government, what we think of 9/11, gay rights, capitalism, socialism, healthcare. Like, there's always these moments where you're like, wow, okay, I don't think the same about that. I used to think it was against the law to wear a flag,
No, it's against the law to drape a flag.
to wear a flag.
To drape a flag.
Right,
over
right,
you.
right. But you can have a flag, So a Marine piped up into one of my comments, and he's like, he broke it down for me. He's like, it's not wearing flag pattern, it's wearing an actual flag. I'm like, oh shit, boom, mind changed.
Mm-hmm.
My mind was changed, and I told him that. I was like, I've never heard it said that way before, and my mind is completely changed. We have moments of enlightenment. If you're a well-adjusted person,
We're also.
you should always be having moments of enlightenment.
I hear you, right? But we're also. This is gonna sound pretentious. We're a certain level of intelligence,
I don't know if I am.
and some people are not. And if you can create,
I don't know how I feel
hate
about that.
and injustice in your heart and mind,
That feels
if you can
elitist.
create hate and injustice in your heart of mind and scenario in which the government is aiming propaganda at your kids to turn them homosexual, if you can justify that and rationalize that and base that on the Bible, I'm going to assume that you do not have the level of intelligence to become enlightened. I've literally been arguing with this guy for hours.
So what's the answer? How do you fix
The same way that
If we can't-
the same answers as racism. You just navigate around it as best you can.
breed them out?
I mean, no, there's nothing you can do, Ben. There's nothing you can do except be an influence over the people around you and the people you come in contact with. I tell the people in my class all the time,
Yeah.
you don't say that word.
Right.
You don't call anything gay. You don't call anyone an FAG. And because you don't know who is going to offend, and you're allowed to be whoever you want to be
Right.
in this room. Like, I've created a safe space.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You do that everywhere you go.
Sure.
If you go to work and you see someone at the warehouse mishandling someone, being a bully to someone because of their sexuality, you step in. That's how you initiate change.
Right.
You defend. I say I use my influence on social media. I got 4,900 plus followers. I'm going to use my influence the best I can
Right.
to show people that it's okay and you have an ally in me.
Right.
That's how you initiate change. I can't take hateful motherfuckers for drinks and hope that they get enlightened. I can't. It's not my job to, it's not my passion to. I can talk to you and have a conversation
Right.
and hope that you can see some enlightenment through my enlightenment, but that's not guaranteed either.
Right.
I can only
nothing's guaranteed.
I can only be a light where I'm with
Some
my
people do
influence.
make it their job, though. That's all I'm saying.
And that's cool. And that's cool. And I applaud that.
You can be gender fluid and say it's my job to change hearts and minds. You can be straight.
Yeah, but
And-
what are they doing? They're creating influence to use the influence to just influence.
Right.
Right? Like lead by example.
Right.
And there's people on here that I didn't know felt the same way I feel. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm using my influence. I feel like, and the reason why he's like, well, every time this pops up, me and you argue. We're going to.
Because you keep arguing.
Yeah, because you keep arguing.
Right. You're not
I'm
changing your
defending,
mind.
you're arguing.
Right.
You're on the attack.
It's
Fucking assholes, man. Fucking assholes. I hate these people.
It's this really weird, agenda to keep things the way they were. Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Like, I should be able to call my friends FAG because they're being stupid. Right? Because I said it in high school.
But like,
And I'm not being homophobic. It's just a word.
yeah, but that,
Right? But it's the way things were. And like...
You're talking
Oh,
hypothetically, right?
Right.
Okay.
And you listen to gospel, that's gay. Right. Like, hold up. What does that even mean? That doesn't even mean anything. But you're saying it because that's what you said in high school.
You know,
and
and
you
when-
refuse to change.
When my mind switched and people were still calling things gay and
Yeah,
FAG,
right.
I would just be like, no, sucking dick would be, or being with a man. That's
and
gay.
as we've discussed.
And as discussed,
doing
But,
it twice.
and even on that subject, obviously not, logically not, right? Like, okay, you were bi-curious, you tested something, you didn't like it,
Yeah.
and now you say I'm not that.
Right.
So just that act does not make you that, right? It doesn't. It doesn't.
What happens? Yeah, we'd be careful with the analogies.
I mean, you can create a story where you feel like it does, but unless I'm practicing homosexuality,
Yeah, if you keep doing it because you enjoy it, then yeah, you might be.
and cool,
Right.
right? But
Be safe.
But the fragility makes it an issue.
Yeah.
And the double standard, because if it was a woman, no one thinks twice. No one thinks twice.
Yeah. The deeply, deeply fundamental people might. But
After swim meet, your mom in college and her homegirl went back to the dorm and it got hot and heated. Not for them.
right.
That does not make them a lifetime lesbian. That's not how sexuality works.
Nope.
You know, 500 years. I was gonna say 100 years from now, but I think I need to add that.
100 years from now, things are going to be very different.
I was saying 100 years from now, no one's gonna matter, but I still think that it will, and I'm gonna give it
Man, but
300 years.
Look at the year 1920. Look at that. You know, like the first
'Cause
gasoline.
we're only
the first
20
gasoline
years.
cars.
We're only 20 years away from people getting killed for being homosexual, and actually, it's still happening to
Right.
this day.
But
So
like,
we have a long
everybody
way to go.
everybody had a suit on. Gasoline cars were fresh. Like,
You guys are killing niggas.
yeah, that was still a big problem. Like, yeah, the world was fucking rough in 1920, just about all over. 45 minutes. Paris was reaching a cultural renaissance, I might say.
All right, we're off the handles. I'm bailing.
Just saying, 1920 was look at 1920.
Hey, listen, if you're hearing my
100
voice,
2120 is going to be some fucking crazy shit.
if you're hearing this voice and you've listened and you're engaged, send us a message. First of all, I'm going to take this time to plug the Twitter page, 60 Minute Shit Show, at 60 Minute Shit Show on Twitter. Send us your comments. Send us what you think. We don't want to just sit here. I hang out with Ben nearly every day. I honestly don't like him. I need other people's opinions. I want to know what you guys think about the topics we talk about. I want to have an open dialogue with you guys. Just give me your thoughts. You know, so
Tell us why we're wrong.
tell us why we're wrong. Tell us why. We're all water, dude.
We should
Be like water. That's the name of this episode. Be like water. Or 40. What does it say? 40 dicks.
Episode 40 dicks.
40 dicks.
40 dicks be like water.
Be like water. You know, so like, yeah, I want to hear people's opinions on it, because it's like even if you just, you know, you don't want to search us on Twitter, do it. Don't be an asshole, or just message me or Ben. Get on my Facebook, Sebastian Lee. Get on my Instagram and Twitter at Tech Supreme. Hit up Sketch Sawyer. Let us know what you think. We want to have a dialogue with everyone about this, because like this is something that us as a culture, as a city, as a group of people, we have to like figure this shit out, honestly, man, because kids are literally killing themselves. Transgender women are getting fucking killed.
Yep.
Like, and it's on us to at least be lights in our communities. At least, you know, use our influence or something.
Yep. Affect those around us positively.
Right. 60 Minute Show, at 60 Minute Show on Twitter. Moving on. And we're going to move on pretty fast because we got, you know, I kind of figured we'd talk along about that one, which I'm okay with.
We could have very easily agreed and went, yep, and moved on. But because we do agree.
We do
So I'm
agree.
glad we found something to talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
Because Aaron was like, you guys, that's why your show ain't popping, because y'all agree too much. That's what she told me tonight. I was like, when's the last time you listened? Caleb wanted to fight me 2 weeks ago. Shroud. Okay, this is video game talk. We'll just hit this briefly because I want to talk about the business topic. Shroud leaves Twitch for Mixer. How do you feel about it?
A few different ways. It's obvious that Mixer's throwing its weight around. It's money.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft bought Mixer last year, something like that. So Microsoft's scooping up some talent, trying to make Mixer a more viable platform. And they need to boost their numbers, and they're grabbing the biggest Twitch streamers.
They grabbed Ninja.
Yeah, which is top. He was just on Conan O'Brien.
He was the number
or
one.
Jimmy Fallon.
He's the
or
number
like
one
that.
streamer in the world.
Right. And then Shroud, who's one of the biggest
Top 5. Number 2, 3.
FPS, or is
Number
he's
2 or
got
3.
like 300 million views or some shit like that. Like it's insane.
He averages 20,000 a night.
9 million subscribers. So
Yeah. I mean, what's next? Dr. Disrespect.
yeah.
Who's after that?
So we're gonna start maybe getting the stream wars. Where this can be. I bet you in the next 12 months another platform is gonna pop up.
Philip DeFranco said that the thing that's going to make this dope is that it's just going to create such a market where streamers who would normally get signed are going to get signed,
Mm-hmm.
and That's dope.
Yeah, that's
Get
interesting.
pushed. Yeah.
That's also going to push Twitch to do some changes it needs to make.
Yeah, because Twitch, but everyone's projecting Twitch being 3-4 months out from being not just no one cares. Like they've been on thin ice for a while
I guess, but there's
as a
people like
platform.
knitting, cooking, like if DeviantArt can stay alive, Twitch can too. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Like there's a big, rich community.
But also,
it might just not be the competitive
SoundCloud's
people.
alive still.
Exactly.
But so, what type of alive are we talking about?
Right. Yeah, whatever. It might just become more niche.
Boom.
But like I said, it might force them to make some changes
Yeah.
to stay competitive. And like I said, maybe another service will pop up here in a minute.
Yep.
Right.
We'll see.
Yep.
Dude, 50 minutes in. Do you want to just
Quick hits?
business talk and just hit
Yeah,
the quick hits?
just to lift the kimono for a bit, we wanted to start injecting.
Lift the kimono.
We wanted to start injecting some business talk into this because
I know very
are,
few entrepreneurs.
We are self-employed,
Yeah.
if you will.
I know very few
It's the most
entrepreneurs.
derogatory term for what we do. But so we've got a lot to talk about just about every day in this department.
So we're going to try to incorporate some like entrepreneur things. I know a lot of people who always looking for something on the side or looking to get out of the full-time job and get entrepreneurs. So we want to kind of create something, a little corner of the 60-minute shit show in which we talk business talk, entrepreneur talk, our experiences, our thoughts on it. I mean, me and him both have been in business for many years.
Right.
And, you know, we forge our own way. We make our own paychecks. It's a different ball game. It's a different life.
Yep.
We just kind of want to talk about that. So coming up in the next few episodes, we're going to experiment trial with just taking segments and talking about these various things. I apologize, my phone's going off. I got cameras all over my house, so they just go off.
So yeah, we're going to make it, we can talk about it, keep it entertaining, hopefully keep it light, keep it fun, but hopefully maybe you learn something. But ultimately, I think there are a large percentage of people out there that want to hear people talk about their specialty. I think you and I don't really have an opportunity. We do have an opportunity, but we have not been using it to talk about what we know the most.
That's true.
Like, I know a shitload of Star Wars and video games, like a lot, and The Office. But I don't ever really get to talk about my craft unless I talk about it with my, my drawing buddies or whatever. So, yeah. So, anyway.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Right.
But now we're going to wrap the show up and talk about a quick hits.
Quick hits.
Quick hits.
I like that.
I might do that.
That's nice.
I might make that a thing. What video games you playing right now, dude?
I've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves, but last night might have burnt me out. That was fucking rough. It's like you can't play less than 3 hours.
I saw you guys on there, and I was like, losers.
Yeah. But we had moments of
Oh, my God.
we had some good times. But
Nick came over last night, and he put me on to this game that may be one of the most incredible games I've ever seen. Not visually, but what the person can build.
okay.
Planet
Minecraft.
No. And I my mind is so all over the place that
Planet.
It starts with Planet. So give me a second.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna look at my brief history real quick because I went down a wormhole last night, and me and him just sat there and watched this whole thing. And I meant to send it to the group. It's a tycoon roller coaster builder,
Oh, cool.
right? And it's not what you think. Like, the level that these guys go through is literally insane. And like Nick is talking about, he wants to build a computer for it, and I feel him because I kind of built my computer for City Skylines, low key. Dude, I watched a lot of Key and Peele today. Side note: Key and Peele still makes comedy skits daily, and they're great.
Nice.
They're way better than they were on the show, and it's all online. Like there's one I saw today called "Sexy Vampire," where Jordan Peele was a sexy vampire, and he was super like all like seductive and shit like that. And then this one, and Keegan was this regular dude who just became a vampire. He's like, man, I just did this shit so I can live forever and see future flying cars. What's wrong with you guys? Why are you guys doing all this emo shit? And like he convinced all his vampire homies not to just change. And he was like, this song's been playing for fucking 3 years on loop. Okay, this game, it's right here. It's called God, this internet is so blazing fast.
Sarcasm.
Fucking who does not? They did not put the title of the game in the description or in the title. So fuck me. Planet Coaster.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I'm gonna send you a video that's gonna blow your fucking mind, dude.
Okay.
It's literally gonna explode your mind.
Well,
And
I'll make sure I'll get in the shower or something
you want that.
so it doesn't go everywhere.
Yeah,
right.
you want that.
For Kim.
Yeah, keep it running. But the ceiling's fucked. This is what's gonna happen.
I put a shower cap on.
You might not know, man. If your whole body explodes. Sour caps is this little.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a little print on the
Yeah.
ceiling.
One clean spot.
One clean spot. Oh yeah. So yeah. Okay. Just to stop being ambiguous, they built roller coasters, but they built the world around it. One person built Hawthorne in Stranger Things. Is it Hawthorne? Hawkins. In Stranger, he built the city.
Whoa.
The roller coaster goes to the city. This other guy had to be this is the one of the and like they're using mods and assets just like any other PC
Sure.
builder. He created Aliens, a 30-minute alien ride, and it is the longest, most expansive. How the fuck did he do that thing you'll ever see?
Neat. That's awesome.
Yeah, and with xenomorphs and everything.
Oh, nice.
Now, I mean, but it's I'm not giving it justice. You got to see the video. It's insane.
Sure.
What else you got?
Downloaded a BattleTech. It's a turn-based strategy game with robots.
Okay.
It's a long-running franchise. Remember Mech Warrior back in the day?
Yeah.
Same
Is that the game you used to play?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So tried that out. It's pretty cool. That's it, man. It's been rough. I'm almost done with my book, and then I'll get back to playing a lot of games. But yeah, I haven't really been playing much. There's a lot of, and I had no money, so I couldn't really buy anything.
Yeah.
I've missed a lot.
Yeah.
The new Ghost Recon, missed that. Missed Borderlands completely.
I don't have any interest in Borderlands.
Call of Duty comes out tonight, right now.
You getting
It's
it?
out right now.
You getting it?
I might split it with you. I might have $30 laying around.
If you want to, I'll do that.
And then Microsoft Game Pass is putting out some pretty cool shit. So
We still gotta play World War Z. I'm still like I know we're gonna give that a couple hour and that's it, but
Yep.
it's I kind of want
it's
to.
installed. I've got it. So yeah,
What you listening to?
nothing.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, I'm bad about that. Yeah, just my typical rotation, but like if they have a new album or something. It's
Yeah.
nothing. A lot of chiptune, a lot of EDM,
Adam,
metal.
eat 'em metal.
I'm ingesting some new metal.
Fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
I ran across the song called Cradles by Suburban. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
It's definitely worth checking out. I stumbled on it on TikTok. I like TikTok. That's a new thing. I've been watching a lot of Wu-Tang American Saga. I finished the
Right.
first season.
Right.
I didn't know it was the last episode, like because I felt like that was. I guess it was a big enough cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a cliffhanger, and I kind of thought they were going to do it all in one shot. But honestly, I thought today like I would love to see all the way up and past ODB passing, which would
Right.
be hard to see because like this kid who plays ODB is amazing.
Yeah.
But that's in turn made me listen to a lot more Wu-Tang. I'm listening to a lot of Wu-Tang lately. Well, today at least in the gym I was listening to Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, I like a lot of EDM stuff, a lot of just listening to a bunch of singles. No real albums right now that I'm ingesting. A lot of house music. I'm just being weird lately. Not weird, just all over the place with music and just listening to all types of stuff, and that's about it. Still powering through Michael Gladwell's book, Talking to Strangers.
I haven't picked a book up in a while.
It's been a couple weeks. I need to get back on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Movies, anything?
Nope. Watching The Expanse.
What did I see? I went to movies. Didn't I go to the movies recently?
No. I don't think you did.
I can't remember the last movie I saw.
Yeah, y'all should watch The Expanse though. If you like sci-fi. That's
I think they like sci-fi. I like sci-fi. Star Wars is coming out. Who cares? The world cares.
Oh, I guess we could talk about that.
I turned you guys off last night.
Sure.
Like I'm not into play-by-plays no more.
Right.
Like I don't want to know your play-by-play analysis because
I can tell you that I liked what it showed us, and I liked that I still don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All it did was show slightly longer versions of the last trailer,
Yeah.
but it was good. There's some new stuff in there, but it was all really ambiguous. Like, I don't know what's going to happen and why. Oh, Rey and Kylo are going to fight again. We knew that. If you watched the last trailer, you heard the Emperor laugh at the very end of it.
Yeah.
Guess what? Right? So, I still don't know what's going to happen. I have an idea, but
So yeah, I we got our tickets. You're seeing it Friday. I'm seeing it
Seeing
Thursday.
it Friday. It's gonna be a long 24 hours.
Dude, I that was me thin slicing, and I felt bad because I was like, I'm being such a dick right now. I felt like I literally like was gonna text your mom, and then like deleted it, and then it's like, no, I can't put my fate in their hands. They're not moviegoers like I am.
No, I think if my seat's bad,
Third row, dude.
I might get up and go find a solo seat somewhere.
If
You know what I should do? I should go buy another ticket.
You should go buy another ticket.
A single ticket.
Tickets were $18.
Yeah.
They were slapping heads on this one.
Yeah.
I rarely pay $8, maybe $12 the most. This was $18.
It's Esquire's biggest screen, and we're third from the front.
Cause the screen, dude.
We're literally gonna have to turn our head.
Their
like
screen has a scratch on it, dude, that you can't unsee.
this. Right.
You've seen it.
I might be so close I won't see it.
You might be so close it's right in
I
front
might
of
be
you.
in it.
Right. Oh, your head's blocking it. Oh man. So yeah, that's the show. Fuck it, dude.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. Follow us on Twitter at 60 Minute Show. Follow us on the gram at
The what?
the gram
Right.
at 60 Minute Shit Show. If you heard this, then I don't need to tell you where to go listen to it at. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Share it though. Share the link if you can.
Play
We
it.
really appreciate it.
Play it in a car on a road trip.
You know, if you want to help us, a couple people have asked me, what's your Patreon? Got to do Patreon. We're not doing a Patreon. We should do a Patreon because it
Why
does
not?
cost me every month to
Right.
air this motherfucker.
Right.
But, you know, for now, you can pay us by hitting that share button
Yep.
and sharing it to your friends.
Or just do a retweet.
Or do a retweet.
It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, and that's kind of all Ben does most of the weeks that we promote the show. So just hit the retweet button, hit the share button. That was a shot for sure.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you look so disappointed, but I brought you a beer. So
Thank you.
that's why I brought you the beer, so I could take a shot.
That's all right.
Thank you for listening to 60 Minute Shit Show, episode 46, Be Like Water. Is that the name of it?
Sure.
40 dicks would be funny, though.
You know,
But how would you make 40 dicks not be 40 dicks? Like 46 and 40 dicks, that's why I said it, but it doesn't really translate well.
yeah, and I don't want that. It's funny in context, but out of context, it might be a little rude.
Why? Dicks. You get uncomfortable with dicks?
No, but I don't know. I don't know if that's a good episode title.
Be Like Water, definitely better.
Definitely nice and ambiguous.
Cool. We'll be like water. You guys be like water and come back next time. Thank you.